us yet!
Oh, what luck! I even managed to save my journal.
Yes, and we saved our skims too. But to what purpose?
For one purpose, none other. To describe our amazing experiences to an unsuspecting world. Gentlemen, please, wake up.
Oh, Professor, I thought I was dreaming it.
Me too.
No, it's no dream. We're safe. And I do believe we have found shelter. Look up there.
I know this part of Norway. The seas are notorious, so they've built these huts all along the coast for shipwrecked sailors.
I thank heaven for that. We can wait here for rescue while I write down the incredible experience we've just been through.
I'll gather some firewood from the beach.
And I shall write while you dictate, Professor.
Very kind, I'm sure, Conseil. Purpose and discovery were high on my mind this last year. It was a year of a sinister sea phenomenon which will not be forgotten for a long time. 1866 found me in the United States, accompanied by my eager apprentice, a lad who had shown such early flair for marine science. He had been assigned to me by scholarship.
Monster sinks another ship. Marine experts baffled.
Professor, if I may respectfully
Another ship.
inquire,
Yes, Conseil?
does the professor have any fears for this expedition?
Oh, certainly. The professor knows there is great danger ahead of us.
Aha! So you're the professor I've heard about.
Professor Pierre Aronnax, at your service.
Ned Land, harpoonist, at your service.
Sea monster sinks another ship. Marine experts baffled. Sea monster sinks another ship. Marine experts baffled.
And do you admit to being baffled, Professor?
I have a theory that this sea monster is nothing more than a freakishly oversized narwhal, monsieur.
Could it not be man-made, this monster? Perhaps it is a ship.
Ships do not rise from the depths of the ocean, strike a target, and then return to the bottom, Conseil.
No, they do not. And a good thing, too.
Ah, Commander Farragut. Have you met our marine expert here?
Howdy do.
Enchanté, Commander.
As you say, Professor, ships do not sail underwater. And this creature has destroyed a dozen ships. We must not fail in our mission. We must clear the seas of it. All aboard! So, we set sail. Come aboard, gentlemen.
Ahoy! See the almighty globe!
needs any power known. I cannot condemn my ship to oblivion.
But just let the monster taste my harpoon!
That glow is very peculiar. It must be phosphorus in the water.
Just let it get closer! Just let me harpoon it!
It'd be like shoving a toothpick into an elephant. Harpoon indeed. Cannons, fire! The beast is simply tired from the chase.
Who was talking about toothpicks? Watch this!
There! It's finished! You've done it in!
We can't control the ship's course!
Oh, help! Help! Is it you?
Awaiting orders, Professor.
But how did you?
Come, Professor. Swim!
Swim? Swim where?
To that beam over there.
My clothes are pulling me under.
Ahoy there!
Monsieur Land?
Where are you?
But how do you float like that?
I'm sitting on our monster's back.
You have killed it?
No, not even my harpoon can penetrate sheet metal.
It can't be.
I'm afraid it is.
It is a vessel.
It is an underwater ship.
Yes, and I don't fancy sitting here when it decides to submerge.
This is some kind of doorway. What gas could create such powerful light?
There is no gas which could.
Close that hatch!
We have no alternative but to enter.
No!
You said yourself, if it submerges...
No! You're signing your own death warrants. You're fools to offer yourselves.
Look! A galley.
Food? Well...
Look! A stove!
There is no gas in the air.
Just oxygen, which we consume with ease.
You consume the oxygen and I'll take care of the food. I'm starving. Yeah! It's burning! And there are no flames!
Then what can create this heat?
We were passing by and we got a little hungry.
Please, Ned. Professor Pierre Aronnax, marine scientist, astounded, I must say, by a vessel I have only dreamt of. As we found ourselves victims of the sea.
Not the sea! Him! Victims of a murdering pirate!
Ned, keep a civil tongue. as a consequence of this unfortunate... please, gentlemen.
They ain't gentlemen. You've bent my harpoon, caused us bad inconveniences, interrupted my dinner. Hey, I'm hungry. Hands off!
We are submerging.
And still breathing.
I'm hungry.
It is indeed a wonder. In this year of 1866, we are actually traveling under the ocean.
Must be morning.
Who'd ever know? Trapped down here.
Yes, gentlemen?
Don't even try talking. My pet seal understands more than these. I hope these gentlemen are announcing breakfast. And what can this ocean killer be wanting from us now?
Monsieur Ned, your tongue is like a razor.
And may end up by cutting your own throat.
These foreigners can't understand a word of English. Wonder what can they want?
Oh, I understand. And it's nothing I want of you. Was it I, Captain Nemo, who sought you out?
We cannot say it was, Captain.
No, you cannot. Remove those two. Take them to the galley.
Hey, breakfast? Well, now you're talking my language.
Come with me, Professor. Professor, I wanted time to consider your fate. I've read your books. I'm familiar with your work.
And I'm in awe of yours.
There is much you cannot know.
What nation can have constructed this marvel?
None! This is the Nautilus, a tiny nation unto itself, answerable only to me. Those who sail here have broken all ties on Earth.
But surely, some nation with warlike intent has financed its enormous cost.
She was financed by the ocean. This is my bank. My pursers are making a withdrawal right now.
Then your deposits can only have been put there by pirates.
I fight for those who can no longer fight. I use their capital to right the wrongs done to them.
Surely, sir, nothing can be gained by roving the seas to settle old scores.
Rest assured, I have good reasons. A giant squid is advancing on us! Power to service! Quick, men! Scramble up! Watch out! Set the engine to ascend! Increase power to them!
Get a grip on him! Get this machine to the surface! Well, Captain Nemo, I see your style of banking has its hazards.
I don't remember calling for your help.
Ha! And I don't recall asking for your gratitude.
You shan't require this, then.
But I'm the hero of the day.
You are an uninvited guest, and as such shall abide by my rules.
Do tell. And what might those be?
First, you will not mistake your knife for your fork.
The only mistake I made was in saving a certain tyrant.
And when I'm engaged in private work, you will all be confined to your cabin.
You mean when you're blowing ships up?
Watch your manners, man!
I'm watching this veal. And a rare treat it is, sir.
And a rare fool you are, sir. That is not real. All our produce comes from the ocean. You are eating fried sea urchin. Perhaps a hunt will provide food more appropriate to your delicate taste.
Seal the airtight doors. Prepare to flood the diving chamber. Aye, sir.
Count me out. I've changed my mind.
Brave Ned was not alone in his fear. We were men moving underwater like amphibians. It seemed an impossibility. But fear was soon replaced by wonder. At last, men could properly explore the secrets of the ocean. There, revealed to us, was a splendor we never expected to witness, the kingdom of coral. Man has moved into another dimension. This was Captain Nemo's garden. Its natural treasures were like flowers he felt no compulsion to pick. Only the enigmatic Captain Nemo could leave behind a priceless pearl, knowing its secretions could increase its beauty every day. Whether his course on Earth had been evil or otherwise, Captain Nemo had trapped the ocean's secrets, and he respected them. Nemo was bringing us into contact with creatures unknown to those of us who study the sea, as well as creatures we knew and feared all too well. It was a shark. And now it had spotted more vulnerable quarry.
Heavens to Neptune, girl, the menace has been dealt with.
But who are you?
We are friends.
Monsters? Who are you? What are you doing here?
More to the point, what are you doing here?
This is my territory. To dive for pearls.
These waters are infested with sharks. You'll not survive long.
Now he tells us.
But I must. If I don't, my people will starve. What a treasure.
Ahoy, a dugong! The mermaid of legend. What a prize she'll make.
No, stop!
Ah! And what was that for?
Dugongs have all but disappeared, hunted out of existence. I'll not have you killing so rare an animal.
Your pearl, sir.
No. It is for you and your people.
You cannot mean that.
May its profit keep you out of the sea and safe from sharks.
The sea can never be safe from sharks.
Or men, it would seem.
Ow! I'll never understand that madman. We were supposed to be hunting.
But not for creatures which are disappearing altogether from the face of the earth.
These poor fugitives must be protected.
How could a man like Nemo care about that?
He is a fugitive. He roves the sea like an endangered species himself. Where can it end?
I don't know where, but I'd like to know when.
Months went by, and still Ned's question remained unanswered. Captain Nemo traveled on and on, never venturing near mainland, spurred by a secret hatred which never diminished. For Ned Land, this miracle of engineering beneath the ocean was simply a cage which could barely contain him.
How much longer can this insane nomad keep us prisoners?
Monsieur Ned, you must contain yourself.
Go to the galley, Ned. Eat. Food can be a comfort.
It is October and still we are trapped. If I eat another fish, I'll grow scales.
We have our studies, but for Ned, the days seem endless.
By the time Christmas falls, we will have escaped, and that's a promise. I'll not have fish for Christmas lunch, I'll not.
Do my eyes deceive me?
Land! And on Christmas Day!
And there is our gift, a tropical island.
Wahoo! I'll have pork cutlets for lunch if it kills me.
Excuse me, Captain, if I may interrupt.
We want to celebrate Christmas.
We wondered, Captain, if we could simply touch land this very special day.
Indulge your sentiments if you must, but no tricks. Stay in view there on the beach.
Certainly, Captain, your graciousness. Absolutely, your worshipful, your wonderfulness.
Enjoy yourself, Mr. Land.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la.
I imagine you wish to start hunting lunch, Ned?
Yes, indeedy, Professor. But yo-ho-ho, first I'll have another drink.
Temperance, Ned. Hunting requires clear senses.
And the captain will be expecting us back before long.
Back? There? Never. Yo-ho-ho, and I'll have another drink.
Look! A wild hog!
Start the fire. Our cutlets are as good as sizzling. ho, ho!
Yo ho ho, and you'll have another drink, hmm?
I think I have found our lunch.
Well, blow me down. I suppose I'll have to congratulate you on the kill then, lad.
Oh, I did not kill it. I simply scooped the bird from the ground. It seemed groggy from eating these.
Well, yo ho ho, and blow me down. I do believe it is drunk from gorging on nutmeg. Hick! And now we have two inebriates to deal with.
That's enough of your sarcasm.
But dear Ned, we must keep our wits about us in a strange place.
Don't worry about me. We're escaping, and we're escaping now.
But Ned, my good friend, I think a small island would be as much a prison to us as the Nautilus is to you.
And I must continue my studies.
Then, lads, I'll just have to say, well, I'll miss you, and I wish you well.
If it must be.
Farewell, friend.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Oh-wee! Old Nemo's firewater sure packs a wallop. Savages! Headhunters! Help!
Run, Ned, run!
But have you got the bird?
Oh, Ned, the drunken bird!
I'll not leave my Christmas lunch. Gotcha! Row, lads, row! We must shut the hatch! This infernal modern miracle will be the death of us!
We can't close the hatch!
has sobered the bird.
And this may sober the man. It is a simple current of my own devising, harmless enough, but effective.
No, 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 no!
Ned, are you injured?
Worse than injured, much worse. I'm safe and sound on the wretched Nautilus yet again.
The sea brought you and is welcome to take you back.
We want land, man, land!
Oh, no. You'll not get that.
Take us to the mainland. Any mainland.
Impossible! Out of the question! So I suggest you cool off.
I'm going to bed. I plan to sleep a useless life away. I'll not see you till New Year.
Did you sleep well, Professor?
Yes, thank you, Conseil.
Good morning, Ned.
I hope it's good. Have we entered the New Year yet?
I'm sorry, Master Ned.
Alas, Ned, it is merely December 26.
And what fresh hell is this?
Breakfast. Compliments of Captain Nemo.
Now there's something to arouse my suspicions.
And there, Ned, is something to arouse your appetite.
Right, Professor, and my appetite always wins.
Eat well, gentlemen, because you are hereby confined to cabin until further notice.
May I inquire why, Captain?
You need only know I have matters to attend to.
Well, there is, how you say, a pretty kettle of fish.
This fish is no longer pretty to me.
I cannot imagine why. Oh, eating breakfast is taking such a toll.
Or what dangerous activity the villainous captain might be planning. I have never been more tired in my...
Our food has been laced with a powerful sleeping potion. Oh no, we are approaching a ship.
Wake up! Professor! Professor! I must have your attention.
It was not enough to lock us up, was it, Captain? You had to lace our food with...
Yes, sleeping potion. But tell me one thing. Do you have any doctoring experience?
I had to study medicine before becoming a professor, yes.
One of my men has been badly hurt.
How?
That does not concern you. He needs immediate attention.
He is beyond my help.
maniac is losing his grip.
He seems to be taking the sailor's death badly.
I fear that my eardrums could burst.
This is deeper than we've ever been before.
What can be his reason for going down so far?
We must find out. And we must finally demand to be taken to freedom.
I'm afraid you're right. This latest excursion is far too extreme.
The rocks have us, but not for long. And you here, what do you want?
Captain, I must demand freedom for my companions.
Demand freedom. When I am about to show you a professor, the only truly civilized continent.
Sir, I have my studies, my fascination for marine life, but it is otherwise for Ned Land. For him, this is slavery.
Give it any name you please. It is not for my pleasure I keep you here.
Then take us back to the surface. Why can't you free Ned, at least?
Whoever enters the Nautilus can never quit it. Except in the manner you are about to witness.
What made him come here for a funeral?
Lads, I'm going to find out.
Curiosity can kill more than cats, Ned. Do take care.
Round to the observation window. I want to watch this. Jose, it is what I secretly dreamed it might be.
But can it really be true?
It is the lost continent of Atlantis.
Crabs! And of such a size! Titanic!
But do you see how they allow passage, as if sensing this to be a burial ritual? They are returning. But where is Ned?
Perhaps he prefers the lost continent to his confinement here.
Never. Not while he still has hopes of once again drinking at a tavern in San Francisco.
Where is your foolish companion?
He's not here, Captain.
All power to surface!
Please, Captain, no!
Return to your cabin!
But our companion is not aboard yet!
Here's our target, lads. But the captain is already so angry with us.
And if he caught us in his own cabin?
He must keep his navigation maps here somewhere.
But what do you gain from knowing the course he plans?
From that, I can plan my escape.
Here they are.
Here is history. Nemo's charted course for Atlantis.
But this excites me more, lads. It points to drier parts.
His next course is for the seas of Norway.
What are these two names?
One is a shipwreck called the Avenger, and the other, a ship called the Conqueror.
Not a wreck yet, but obviously planned as one.
How do you know?
Nemo has marked it with a black flag.
A ship has enough problems without Nemo's black flag. Norwegian waters at this time of year are notoriously treacherous.
Shh! What is it, lad?
The door. Oh, I thought it was the captain.
Thank heaven it is not.
But, gentlemen, it is.
Murderer, we know of your plans for the Conqueror.
All the more reason, then, to lock you up properly this time.
What is it that compels you to destroy these ships?
A hatred no men could comprehend.
But how is such hatred born?
When a man loses everything, that's how. When a man loses children, wife, father, mother, and country.
You lost all this on the Avenger?
I did. And now the ship that sank her shall pay its dues. The Conqueror shall die.
You'll not do this. You must not.
But I will.
We are rising. I can only dread what awaits us at surface.
We must try to reach the Conqueror. We must try to save it.
Ned, we cannot even escape our cabin.
Yes, we can. I've hidden a weapon. Small, but perhaps enough to save an unsuspecting ship.
Ned, you are a resourceful man indeed. I'm going on deck.
Tighten that rope! Do as I say! Lash me down! I want to face this one as she sinks! Now! Go below!
Captain, this is madness. All the slaughter in the world will not cause the Avenger to rise again.
I want this ship destroyed, and I want to watch it happen!
These are not the same people as those who sank the Avenger.
It is the same ship! It must pay its debts!
I'm going to put a stop to this maniac for once and all.
No, Ned, no!
He must be stopped now! Let me back up there! Let me at him!
Kill him, Ned, and you become part of his evil.
All right. But then we must try to reach the Conqueror.
How?
By boat.
We cannot. Nemo would see us.
You're right. They'll blast us out of the water.
I would rather go down with the Conqueror than live with the stench of evil here. you are.
We surely cannot make it.
Yes, we can. Look, there's worse yet.
It seems the storm had blown us ashore. I know not how. I only know that my worthy companions and I traveled 20,000 leagues, and we traveled them under the sea. I can only hope that future progress will lead the way to a proper comprehension of Captain Nemo's miraculous underwater ship. There, voila, at last, it is finished.
The end.
But is it?
Is it what, Ned?
Finished. Do we know what became of the Nautilus?
And what of Captain Nemo? Is he dead and gone?
We cannot know. Perhaps he is still out there, roving the depths, seeking to take revenge on the rest of mankind.